Mubyeyi urifuza guteganyiriza umwana wawe ejo heza, gana mu mashuri ya apejerwa ariyo Lycée de Ruhango-IKIREZI hamwe na Emeru Intwari. Muri Lycée de Ruhango-IKIREZI tubafitiye amashami akurikira: Culinary Art cyangwa se ibijyanye n'ubutetsi, hari level 1, level 3, level 4 ndetse na level 5. Food and Beverage Services tubafitiye level 3, level 4 ndetse na level 5. Tubafitiye kandi Accounting cyangwa se ibaruramari level 3, level 4 ndetse na level 5. Tubafitiye n'ubukanishi bw'amamodoka mu byiciro bikurikira: Auto Engine Technology level 3, Auto Transmission and Control System Technology level 4, Automobile Transmission and Control System Technology level 5. Tubafitiye n'ubwubatsi Masonry level ya 3, level ya 4 ndetse na level ya 5. Tubafitiye Tourism ubukerarugendo level ya 3, iya 4 ndetse n'iya 5. Turabibutsa ko tubafitiye n'icyiciro rusange Tonkome. Naho muri Emeru Intwari tubafitiye amashami y'umwaka umwe akurikira: Automotive Technology ubukanishi bw'amamodoka level ya mbere, Hairdressing ubwiza no gutunganya umusatsi level ya mbere, Tailoring ubudozi level ya mbere, Masonry ubwubatsi level ya mbere. Muri aya mashuri yombi tubafitiye abarimu b'inzobere harimo n'abaturuka hanze y'igihugu. Tubafitiye kandi n'amacumbi y'abakobwa ndetse n'ay'abahungu. Abanyeshuri bacu bakora ingendo shuri mu gihugu ndetse no hanze yacu. Tubaha umwanya wo kwimenyereza umwuga mu bigo bijyanye n'ibyo biga. Dukorera kandi graduation abanyeshuri basoje amasomo yabo. Aya mashuri aherereye mu mujyi wa Ruhango hafi ya gare. Ku bindi bisobanuro mwaduhamagara kuri 0788 cyangwa se 0722 mwanaduhamagara kandi kuri 0788 cyangwa se 0788 mwanadusura kuri website y'ishuri www.apejerwa.ac.rw. Umurimo ukozwe neza utuma batugirira icyizere.
Good morning. My name is François Koriman. I am a trainer at Lycée de Ruhango-IKIREZI, exactly in Ruhango district. Now, I am a teacher in motor vehicle mechanics. I teach in level 1, level 3, level 4, and level 5. Now, we are going to see a session which we shall see in level 5, in level 4, whose topic is final drive. Now, the module is called once the final drive or differential is damaged, it is a must to repair it so that the vehicle may move well. So there is the difference between final drive and differential. There are two things different. Now, the vehicle is composed of a single component, so-called drivetrain. The drivetrain is a combination of several things. The first one is clutch. The engine is not in drivetrain components. The first one is clutch. The clutch is used to engage and disengage the engine motion from the front up to the wheels. Now we have clutch. Also we have gearbox. We have propeller shaft. After propeller shaft, we have final drive. Finally, we have axle shaft and wheels. Then the component within which we are dealing with today is final drive. Now, the final drive has several functions. The final drive has the function of diverting the power flow from the propeller shaft in the front plane and divert the power to the wheels. We have clutch here. We have the gearbox. We have a propeller shaft. After propeller shaft, we shall have final drive. When the engine is turning, the power comes to the clutch. Then the clutch is used to engage or disengage the power flow. Then the gearbox is used to change or to transfer the torque from the clutch to the propeller shaft. Also, the gearbox is used also to change the speed, to use different speed, for example, gear 1, gear 2, 3, 4, and 5, and so on. Then propeller shaft is used to transfer the torque from gearbox to the final drive. Then final drive is used to divert flow, which is coming in this plane, and divert it to the drive wheels. Also, the final drive is used when we are moving on a rough surface, on snow, and all surfaces which are impact during moving. Then, final drive is composed of several components, which we are going to see here. Let us see the two different types of final drives. We have spool gear final drive. This is what we call spool gear. This is spool gear type. This is a component of final drive, so-called crown wheel, but it is composed of spool gears. Then this kind of final drive is used on vehicles which use front engine drive. For example, light cars. Then we have also another type of final drive, which is this one. It is called bevel gear final drive. It is called bevel gear because it has a crown wheel, which is composed of bevel gears. Those are bevel gears, bevel types gears. Then this is one type. This is used for vehicles which has rear wheel drive. Here is attached a propeller shaft which is going at the rear side. Then let us see different types of final drive with different. So many people don't know to differentiate the two terms, differential and final drive. Final drive is composed of crown wheel and bevel pinion, or bevel pinion and crown wheel. Then we have differential here. A differential is composed of the four pinions. Those pinions are so-called also sun gears. They rotate together when we are moving on a snow or on muddy surfaces in order to overcome the wheel which has lower adhesion. Then we have also those bearings. We have also the two bearings which are used to make the wheel move smoothly. Then we have also this plastic thing. Yes, let us see how to disassemble a final drive and its components. In order to tighten it, stand on the other side. all the nuts must be removed at the same time. Final drive does not have so many components. The main one are housing, it has a crown wheel, also sun gears which rotate together when we are moving on a snow or on a rough surface or muddy surface. Now let us identify different components of a final drive. Here we have a housing. Here we have driving bearing. Now we have 4 sun gears, or they are also called differential bevel pinions. Then we have a crown wheel. A crown wheel here is composed of spur gears. This is the main reason why is so called spur gear final drive, which is used on vehicles which has front engine drive. Why do we disassemble this? Sometimes when we are moving, sometimes those small gears become worn. Then when the differential has some problems, when the vehicle is moving on the road, you hear the sound at the rear side. This means that the differential has problems. The differential has become defective because the clearance between the 2 gears has just increased. This caused the vehicle to reduce its torque when we are moving on a slope. This causes dangerous problem. Then to handle the problem is to replace those sun gears. Now, those are different components which make up a differential. This is a differential. Also, final drive is composed of crown wheel. Yes, let's go. Then, we have to see different components. In order to check clearance, we use, or you can use your own eyes, or you can use another machine appropriate in order to see the clearance between the 2 gears. Then, in a few words, a differential is composed of some few many components. Let me repeat it again. We have a crown wheel, we have sunny gears, also we have a housing and this pin. Stop. Also called a differential input shaft or bevel pinion, which comes from the propeller shaft and induces the motion to the crown wheel. This is used for vehicles which has rear wheel drive. Sometimes when the differential is making a noise or is failing to transfer the motion, you have to see and replace your sunny gears or try to clean them. Then, after having cleaned them, you have to reassemble them again. Or also use the new ones if necessary. Have to clean the dust between gears. Also use oil to lubricate gears in order to ease the installation. Now let us try to assemble it again. So lubricate the bearing so that they may move well. So make sure that all gears are cleaned. We start by the bigger one. Make sure that they are moving smoothly. Then insert the smaller one. All the gears will be meshed at the same time. Now, the four gears must be meshed together. They are inserted inside together. Now, try to align them and then put a pin . Now, make sure that your differential sunny gears are well moving. Try to lubricate them. Okay, now the differential sunny gears are already disassembled. Now this is this is differential. Then let us assemble differential with crown wheel. you clean crown wheel. Try to align those holes. Make sure you don't break the gears by using a metallic hammer. Okay, now you put those bearings . Reversible wrench in order to tighten the bolts. Let us use a bench vise. Now our final drive with differential is well disassembled. Then the sand gears are well moving because we have inserted after having inserted the new ones, they must move smoothly. Now this is the end of our session, so-called identify differential final drive with differential components. Then the next one will be to see how the differential operates during muddy, during cornering. Also we have a movie which is going to help you to well understand the operating principle of the final drive with differential when we are moving straight ahead, when we are moving on a corner, or when we are moving on a rough or muddy or snow surface. Thank you for your kind attention.
Differential is an integral part of all four-wheelers. Wheels receive power from the engine via a drive shaft. Main function of the differential is to allow these wheels to turn at different RPM while receiving power from the engine. Consider these wheels which are negotiating a turn. It is clear that the left wheel has to travel more distance compared to the right wheel. This means the left wheel has to rotate at a higher speed. If these wheels were connected using a solid shaft as shown, the wheels would have to slip to accomplish the turn. This is exactly where the differential comes. The ingenious mechanism in a differential allows left and right wheels to turn at different RPM, while transferring power to both wheels. We will learn how differential achieves this in a step-by-step manner using its simplest configuration. Power from the engine is transferred to the ring gear through a pinion gear. The ring gear is connected to a spider gear, which is at the heart of the differential. Spider gear is free to make two kinds of rotations, one along with the ring gear, and second on its own axis. Spider gear is meshed with two side gears. So, power from the engine flows from the pinion to the left and right wheels as shown. Now let's consider different cases. The vehicle moves straight. In this case, spider gear rotates along with the ring gear but does not rotate on its own axis. Spider gear will push and make the side gears turn, and both will turn at the same speed. Or when the vehicle is moving straight, spider side gear assembly will move as a single solid unit. Now consider the case when the vehicle is taking a right turn. The spider gear plays a pivotal role here. Along with the rotation of the ring gear, it rotates on its own axis. So the spider gear is having a combined rotation. The effect of combined rotation on the side gear is interesting. When properly meshed, side gear has to have same peripheral velocity as that of the spider gear. When the spider gear is spinning as well as rotating, peripheral velocity at the left side of spider gear is sum of spinning and rotational velocity. But at right side, it is difference of the two. Or left side gear will have higher speed compared to the right side gear. This is the way the differential manages to turn left and right wheels at different speeds. While taking a left turn, the spider gear will spin in the opposite direction. In order to carry load, one more spider gear is usually added. 4 spider gear arrangement is also used for heavy load vehicles. Apart from allowing wheels to rotate at different RPM, differential has got 2 more functions. First is speed reduction at pinion ring gear assembly. This will result in torque multiplication. The other function is to turn the power flow direction by 90 degrees. The differential we have gone through so far is known as open or standard differential. It is capable of turning wheels at different RPM, but it has got one major drawback. Consider a situation where one wheel of the vehicle is in a surface with good traction and other wheel on a slippery track. In this case, a standard differential will send the majority of the power to the slippery wheel, so the vehicle won't be able to move. To overcome this problem, limited slip differentials are introduced. We will learn more about them in a separate video. Thank you.
mubyeyi urifuza guteganyiriza umwana wawe ejo heza, gana mu mashuri ya apejerwa ariyo Lycée de Ruhango-IKIREZI hamwe na Emeru Intwari. Muri Lycée de Ruhango-IKIREZI tubafitiye amashami akurikira: Culinary Art cyangwa se ibijyanye n'ubutetsi, hari level 1, level 3, level 4 ndetse na level 5. Food and Beverage Services tubafitiye level 3, level 4 ndetse na level 5. Tubafitiye kandi Accounting cyangwa se ibaruramari level 3, level 4 ndetse na level 5. Tubafitiye n'ubukanishi bw'amamodoka mu byiciro bikurikira: Auto Engine Technology level 3, Auto Transmission and Control System Technology level 4, Automobile Transmission and Control System Technology level 5. Tubafitiye n'ubwubatsi Masonry level ya 3, level ya 4 ndetse na level ya 5. Tubafitiye Tourism ubukerarugendo level ya 3, iya 4 ndetse n'iya 5. Turabibutsa ko tubafitiye n'icyiciro rusange Tonkome. Naho muri Emeru Intwari tubafitiye amashami y'umwaka umwe akurikira: Automotive Technology ubukanishi bw'amamodoka level ya mbere, Hairdressing ubwiza no gutunganya umusatsi level ya mbere, Tailoring ubudozi level ya mbere, Masonry ubwubatsi level ya mbere. Muri aya mashuri yombi tubafitiye abarimu b'inzobere harimo n'abaturuka hanze y'igihugu. Tubafitiye kandi n'amacumbi y'abakobwa ndetse n'ay'abahungu. Abanyeshuri bacu bakora ingendo shuri mu gihugu ndetse no hanze yacu. Tubaha umwanya wo kwimenyereza umwuga mu bigo bijyanye n'ibyo biga. Dukorera kandi graduation abanyeshuri basoje amasomo yabo. Aya mashuri aherereye mu mujyi wa Ruhango hafi ya gare. Ku bindi bisobanuro mwaduhamagara kuri 0788366219 cyangwa se 0722356668. Mwanaduhamagara kandi kuri 0788366213 cyangwa se 0788202285. Mwanadusura kuri website y'ishuri www.apejerwa.ac.rw. Umurimo ukozwe neza utuma batugirira icyizere.